Hey there, dreamers and doers. Amanda here. Now, no doubt you have heard of the SMART goal. You're probably not using it. So let's revisit it. This is what I'm finding. I go to my clients, I'm like, do you know what a SMART goal is? Yes, and I forget to use them. So let's do a refresher. Team, if you are setting goals and you're struggling to achieve them, it's because there is something in the SMART framework that is missing. And hey, you are not alone. Like I said, I'm getting this a lot lately, which is why I decided let's jump in, let's do a refresher, and let's unlock all of the opportunity, all of the potential that comes with setting SMART goals. So you've heard it before, like I said, no doubt. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. It's a framework. It helps you create goals that are clear, actionable, and setting you up to win. That's really where the magic is. Now, here is a reminder of what each of them means and where most people are sort of falling off the bandwagon, right? So specific. Your goal should be crystal clear. Instead of saying, I want to get fit, you want to say something like, I want to be able to run a 5K race, right? Now, people don't get specific enough. Now, and I see this in courses all the time when we're setting SMART goals in a professional sense, people really struggle to get specific. And that's where I see most people fall off the wagon, like I was saying earlier. And when we aren't specific, we start to make excuses for ourselves. And it all just feels very fuzzy and like trying to grab onto smoke. Sit down, take the extra time to get super clear, super specific, so you know exactly what the goalposts look like. Now, measurable. How will you track your progress? For example, it could be for that 5K run, right? I'll train 3 times a week and gradually increase my distance by half a kilometer each week. Whatever it happens to be, that's super specific. Now, again, the measurements, people get stuck because they're not specific about the measurements. Now, you'll see that I said, oh, I'll train 3 times per week. That's the first layer of the onion, team. You really need to get more into the granular details, get into the specifics, okay? And I'll train 3 times per week, and I will gradually increase my distance by half a K each week, right? Cool. Excellent. Now, and this is the biggest place I see people fall off, right? We are not realistic with ourselves. We set ourselves these crazy goals and we just don't give ourselves enough runway, if you want to visualize it. So challenge yourselves and stay realistic. So is it achievable? Do I have the time and the resources to achieve this right now? If the answer is yes, and be honest, then you're on the right track. Then you're in the right place, okay? Now, relevant. Does the goal align with your broader objectives? Often I see people setting goals that it's almost like they picked someone else's goal. It might be completely irrelevant to them or their lifestyle. So for me, I'm not a runner. I'm not going to lie. I love doing cardio, but from a functional fitness perspective, I'd rather do a HIIT class than be a runner. So me going and saying that, and no offense to my running friends, you're amazing. Like, hats off to you. Also, me going and saying I'm going to go and train for that, that's probably not a good fit for me. That's probably not a good fit for my lifestyle, right? So think about how it ties into who you are and what matters to you, team. Now, finally, time bound. You got to set a deadline for yourself, all right? Got to put a deadline on this puppy to create urgency and to hold yourself accountable. So if it was that 5K race, you want to be able to get to the point where you can complete it in 3 months. Put a timer on it. And that doesn't mean we can't be flexible. Like, no one is going to never be able to run again if we don't meet that goal. Also, hold yourself accountable to the goal. Now, team, that was my quick refresher on SMART goals. Stop the video right now, have a pause, think about that thing that you've been procrastinating on, that thing you've been putting off, put it together in the SMART goals framework. That's my little gift for you today. So go back through the SMART goals framework. So is it specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound? So go back through that and be brutal. Be honest with yourself. Don't be high level. Get into the grain, get into the granular and the weeds, and put together your own extra points if you put it in the comments so we can all hold you accountable. So let's say, for example, you wanted to improve your public speaking skills. Let's be specific. I want to improve my public speaking skills by delivering structured, energetic speeches. Measurable. I'll give one speech every month for 6 months. Achievable. I'll join a local Toastmasters club, so I'm getting regular practice and feedback. Relevant. This goal aligns with my career aspirations because I want to be a professional facilitator and present confidently. Time bound. 6 speeches, 6 months. That's the plan. Now, again, it's your turn. Again, if you want to, pause the video, break it all down, get it done. Now, extra hot tips, break it down. So you're going to want to divide your goal into smaller milestones. Public speaking example, 1 speech at a time. Give yourself little bite-sized chunks that you can manage. You want to track your progress as well. Planner, calendar, habit tracking app. Seeing progress, like ticking the box, crossing the box, that builds momentum. And finally, almost finally, find yourself an accountability partner. Who else wants to improve their public speaking skills or whatever it is? Who's someone else that can go on the journey with you to provide encouragement and keep you accountable when you start to slack off? Because there's always that temptation. Now, finally, celebrate your wins. Acknowledge each milestone. So in the case of giving 6 speeches, give yourself a high five. Take yourself to dinner. Celebrate every milestone that you make on the way to achieving that larger goal. So team, I'm curious, let us know in the comments, did you set a SMART goal? What was that SMART goal? And hey, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Remember to hit subscribe, and we will see you next time on the channel. Bye.